hablo español. Je me parle français. If you don't speak either of these languages, I'll translate them for you. The first one is, I don't speak Spanish. The second one is, I don't speak French. So just like most of you, I don't speak either of these languages, but my dream is to learn all the languages in the Northern Hemisphere. Portuguese, Romanian, Hungarian, there are so many. I know it's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. Did you know that in Australia we speak more than 260 different languages? Wow! How fantastic to know more than just English. We need to learn languages because we live in a multicultural country and we are trying to make everyone feel that they belong and are welcome. Accepting the culture and religion of others helps Australia become a truly multicultural nation. We can work together to build a positive future by encouraging the cultural heritages and all of our different backgrounds. It doesn't matter where you're born. If you are Australian, you are Australian. Learning languages helps our country become more multicultural, but it also helps others. All around the world, there are people in need. People need basic things like food and water in Africa and Asia. People need help and advice and direction in the Ukraine and the Afghanistan. If all of us just take some time and learn some languages, we could speak to these people, let them give their opinion, let them share their feelings. I was lucky enough last year to travel for 4 months throughout Europe. We travelled through 30 countries. 27 of them did not speak English. Travelling. You hear of it everywhere, every day, and lots of people in the world are travelling right now, many country to country, with so many opportunities to learn about other cultures. If we learn to speak many languages, we could more easily bring people food, water, even medicine. You could help make the world a place where everyone is healthy and not going without basic things. You could help give advice and show the way to make things better. If you learn languages, you can break down barriers that not even armies can break down. And you know how strong armies are. Communication barriers need to be broken down. After all, it is not just a multicultural country we live in, it's a multicultural world. When I was in Siena, my family and I had a big day out. We were trying to find a place for dinner, and when we walked in, our waitress Arietta sat us down. She spoke English, good English, but she also spoke Albanian and Italian. She was an Albanian girl going to school in Italy, but speaking English to us. We caught up with her a few days later, and she showed us around Siena with her friend who spoke Albanian, Italian, Greek, Arabic, and English. Imagine what we could do in Australia if we speak this many languages. But how do we learn them? Australia is a multicultural country. Australia has many different people from many different countries living together. Many of your parents and grandparents speak another language. 16% of you don't speak English when you go home. Ask them to teach you and teach them. When we went to Romania, our waitress was speaking English. Lots of people all over Europe were trying to learn English. We asked her where she learnt it, and she said from television, a show called Dallas. We were like, what? Dallas. Dallas is a bad American soap opera, a bit like Our Neighbours. At our hotel when we were having breakfast, we found out that our chef learnt his English from singing English pop songs on YouTube. We spent our breakfast listening to old top 40 songs. I want to inspire kids to travel and learn languages. Get out and meet some people in the world. Break down some of those barriers. If you go travelling, learn that country's language. If you know people from other cultures, learn their language. Tell your travel stories to others and have fun doing it. You can make a difference by just speaking to someone else. Accept our multiculturalism and help by making the difference and taking up my challenge. Faire la différence, make the difference.